Do these three matters: pay your taxes, thoughts, your enterprise, and maintain Will Smith's spouse's name? Will Smith is on a rampage, and I've were given all the deets. The Slapgate saga is showing no signs of slowing down, and matters are getting crazier with each passing day. Many celebrities are taking facets for either Chris Rock or Will Smith, and in the past couple of months even more drama is starting to unfold. It looks like Chris Rock's comedy Unique and all the other celebrities bashing him over the past year has taken its toll on Will Smith these days. He has been dropping his cool over human beings talking out against him, the present-day individual who is facing Will's wrath. None aside from Eddie Murphy. Today we are going to be digging deep into the chaos. It truly is unfolding. You'll want to live with me till the give up. However, before we get into it, ensure to offer the video a thumbs up and subscribe to never pass over out on any new videos. It's loose and allows us to noticeably bring out new content material for your entertainment if you neglected it. Eddie Murphy was surely hilarious on the 2023 Golden Globe Awards. He've got acquired the surprisingly coveted Cecil B. DeMille Award. It's an honorary award provided with the aid of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association for tremendous contributions to the world of enjoyment. I suggest allows. Be honest, Eddie Murphy is an icon. He's been making us snicker for many years, so it is no wonder that he received this prestigious award. However, what surely had all of us speaking changed into his recognition speech. Eddie could not face up to taking a jab at Will Smith's infamous Oscar slap, and it became pretty epic. He had the entire target audience in stitches with this quip. Now, I might not ruin it for you in case you have not heard it yet, however, allows just say that Eddie's comedic timing turned into a route truly spot on. It is not easy to make a room complete of Hollywood's biggest stars chuckle, but Eddie Murphy did just that. I suggest he has been making us giggle for years together with his unforgettable characters and hilarious stand-up routines, and it is approximately time that he received popularity for all of his contributions to the arena of amusement. But even as humans are praising the legend that is Murphy, Will Smith is losing his thoughts. In fact, he's so mad he may be rethinking his relationship with Eddie to the point that they perhaps cannot flow beyond it. It turned into my guy and this might be irreparable, but what turned into it that Eddie said that made Will so mad? The comedy icon kicked off a speech by way of thanking his female friend Paige Butcher and his 10 fantastic children for his or her unwavering aid at some stage in his illustrious career as a veteran in show business. Eddie additionally had a few phrases of information for the up-and-coming artists within the enterprise. He shared the definitive blueprint to fulfillment, which protected paying your taxes, minding your own enterprise, and of direction maintaining Will Smith's spouse's call from your mouth. Yeah, he went there. Direct quote from Will's Oscar meltdown in 2022. Simply do these three things: pay your taxes, thoughts, your enterprise, and maintain Will Smith's wife's call out your mouth. The target audience erupted in cheers after Eddie's now not so diffused activity at Will, and the joke even went viral online. Now many folks that had been siding with Will, the whole lot notion that Murphy's Shaggy Dog story become a bit beneath the belt and that he should not have said something like that. This one fan tweeted, Eddie Murphy's Will Smith funny story on the Golden Globes became hilarious. However, also I realize y'all gonna hate this. However, it is honestly against African American and global black regulation to be having any individual's enormous difference call in your mouth, especially in front of strangers, in particular white parents. Open and shut. In the meantime, there had been also lots of those who idea that Eddie Murphy's timing with the joke changed into spot on, while some humans would possibly say too quickly and now not cool. Others are bowing all the way down to the legend. This is Eddie Murphy, and at this point we would desire a good way to could see the humor in it, but nope, he's raging at Eddie for that one-liner now at the same time as Will is fuming approximately the joke. Eddie has certainly already clarified why he said what he said after snagging the award. Murphy went on to Entertainment Tonight. All through the chat, the interviewer requested him approximately the viral Shaggy Dog story. This has been lights up the net, and Murphy spill the beans, pronouncing, no, I said it is that is the blueprint due to the fact in truth I've labored with Jada. Whoa, don't say your name. I love Will, and I love Chris and Will, and it's all love it, and you recognize what it makes feel. Murphy and Pickett Smith go way again to their Nutty Professor days in '96. So they're tight, and he has worked with Will and Chris too, so they're all just one large glad family with a bit disorder on the facet. He even clarified it. In addition, the interviewer talked about this 12 months as Oscars and all of them from side to side on whether the host Jimmy Kimmel should speak at the slap from the year before, and that's when the interviewer asked Eddie what could he have performed in that position, and Eddie, being his candid self, stated that if he were web hosting the Oscars he might have found some way to work that very equal Shaggy Dog story in to make the human being snicker, and he even gave some clever advice, saying that he believes you sometimes absolutely have to mention something about the elephant inside the room just so that you can pass past it and not permit it's a problem. There may be been a number of verbal exchange absolutely going to the Oscars, like, will Jimmy Kimmel on dress it ought to he address in case you had been website hosting the Oscars could You cope with it. If I was hoping the Oscars, I could have worked that shaggy dog story that I did right in there in some type of manner. Something I suppose you've got to say something approximately it, but it seems like Eddie is handling one cussed elephant after the Jabul is refusing to speak to Murphy. Eddie spilled the tea and showed that the Fresh Prince hasn't reached out to him because the display whilst information asked if Will had gotten in contact and it changed into all like no one's hit me up. However, what's up? It is not honestly something you purchased to make a smartphone name about, you understand, and we had to ask Eddie if he has heard from Will Smith for the reason that his latest Golden Globes funny story I haven't heard from all of us. I don't think it's something which he would even name approximately. It became an awesome funny story, a humorous funny story. I love him and I love Chris, and it's all love. So basically, despite the fact that the arena went bananas over the comic story, Eddie himself sees no cause for a name to hash things out in line with Eddie himself. For him, it turned into an amazing comic story, it turned into a funny shaggy dog story, and there's that now. That is what actual comedians are like, and fanatics want to loosen up over the jokes hurting Will considering what he did, and that he should sort of be prepared to face the results of his actions. And do not forget, it is no longer just Eddie who is made light of the state of affairs. Jimmy Kimmel went all out for the duration of the Oscars, roasting Will multiple times. We know this is a special night for you. We need you've got fun. We need you to feel secure. And most importantly, we need me to sense secure. So we've strict policies in area. If each person in this theater commits an act of violence at any factor all through the display, you'll be provided the Oscar for first class actor. Obviously there he is hinting at Will, because you don't forget how Will Smith slapped Rock and then he changed into at once provided the Oscar after it. And that wasn't the only comic story he made. He also stated that if absolutely everyone attempts Will's antics on him, they'd need to undergo plenty of different heroes. And if any of you get mad at a joke and decide you want to return up right here and get jiggy with it, it is not going to be smooth, or some of my friends are going to have to get through first. You will have to get via the heavyweight champ Adonis Creed before you get to me. You're gonna ought to do struggle with Michelle Yeoh before you get to me. We are gonna should beat the Mandalorian before you get to Can. Also you're going to ought to tangle with Spider-Man. You are gonna should tangle with Fable guys. So what now? Like, is Will Smith gonna cross after everyone who makes a decision to make a joke over the slap? If he does, he's got his work cut out for him. Besides, what do you watch to the entire state of affairs? Do you believe you studied Will ought to simply get over it, or was Eddie inside the incorrect here? Remark down underneath and allow us to understand. And if you like this video, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the primary to peer my subsequent video. I put up updates like this each week where I uncover the secrets and techniques of your favorite celebrities overseas.